I'm Sides. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about 10 things I wish I knew sooner. I graduated Berklee in 2012, and when I graduated, I didn't know any of these things, and it took me 10 years to be successful and to make six figures as my own business as a music creator, and I want to help you do the same. So hopefully one of these 10 things will inspire you and help you, so let's jump right into it. Number 1, the first thing I wish I did sooner, without a doubt, was learn how to produce music. I genuinely thought that producing music was the equivalent to rocket science, and only elite few amount of people can do it. But during COVID, when I was stuck at home because all of my singing gigs got canceled, I was served a Facebook ad to learn how to produce in 30 days, and I was like, this is so stupid. I went to Berklee and I didn't learn how to produce, but I clicked on the ad and it was on sale and I took the class. It was a class by Blanks, Learn How to Produce in 30 Days, and the class was like $75. So I took it, and that class single-handedly changed my life. Once I learned how to make drum progressions, I figured I can produce music. That was something I wish I did sooner. Gosh, my 20s were filled with chasing producers who were kind of trying to sleep with me or making money off of me and didn't even really believe in me. And I could have been making so many more songs than making terrible decisions. So if you're a singer, if you're a songwriter, if you're an instrumentalist, you can produce music. Even just learning the basics is going to help you, because then really good producers will be willing to work with you for a much lower rate because you can do some of the heavy lifting, or they'll even work with you for free as a collab because you can do some of the heavy lifting. So learn how to produce. It's not rocket science. You can do it. Number 2, the second thing I wish I did sooner was post on social media. I had no idea how to get fans, and the way to get fans is to market yourself, and today we can market ourselves by posting online for free. The only thing we need to invest is our time. I wish back in 2012 I was making videos on YouTube and posting them. I didn't even think to do that. I was just spamming bloggers and I was spamming SoundCloud playlist people. I didn't know I could make a video and just get my own fans. So learning how to do social media alongside producing music, alongside deciding like I want to be a music creator, those two are like, those were the fundamental changes in my career and my life. Number 3, something I wish I knew sooner. If someone is being weird and creepy, it doesn't matter if they are the most successful person on the planet and they promise you the world. If they are being weird and creepy, 99%, at least for me, 99% of the time, they are not going to help you. And if they do help you, it's going to come with so much mental pain that it's not going to be worth it. So just the first second, the first instance someone is being weird and creepy, just don't even move along. Move along. There's a lot of them in the music space, and even successful ones in the music space. Move along. Number 4, the best way to learn something, in my opinion, learn it on your own. Like, you don't even need to go and spend a lot of money for an expensive university. You don't need to do that. I learned how to produce from that $75 course. There's lots of cheap courses out there, or you can watch YouTube for free on double speed. I like to watch things on double speed. I love to read a book. I've learned a lot about marketing from a book. There is one book that's by Russell Brunson called Expert Secrets that, I kid you not, has made me $40,000. I follow his scripts. I learned from him, and I've actually made so much money from those books. Learn on your own. You can do it. Things are available. That book cost me like $5. Number 5. Gosh, if I had a nickel for every negative, victim, woe is me person in this music industry, I would be a rich woman. So positivity is a mindset, and you have to fight for it, and you have to attract positive people, positive vibes. And the minute you start flipping your mind to positivity, great things happen. And I've seen that in my life. So you have to fight for it. You have to wake up tomorrow and say, I will no longer be negative about the things I cannot control. I will just do the work that needs to be done and hope for the best, and the best will come. And if you believe it, I do think it will happen. 6, don't say no to the gig, but say no to the budget. Guys, I am a recovering gig junkie. What does that mean? I have been a struggling musician for so long, and now I am no longer a struggling musician, but it is in my DNA, my core value, to say yes to everything. So how do we stop that? How do we stop saying yes to gigs we don't want to do or don't pay us well enough, right? So the way I've learned how to say no is by saying yes to the gig, no to the budget. How does that work? Someone calls me up. Sides, can you sing a gig tonight, 4 hours for $100? I say, oh, thanks so much for reaching out. I'd love to do the gig, but right now I'm only accepting gigs for $1,000. And they're going to say, oh man, I'd love to have you, but our budget's only $100. Is there anything you could do? You say, no, I'm super busy right now and I'm only taking on gigs for $1,000, right? So they're most likely going to say, sorry, we'll call you next time if we ever have a gig for $1,000. And you didn't say no to the gig, you said no to the budget. Or they're going to say, sure, we need you. We're willing to pay $1,000. So even though you don't want to do the gig, you've made 10 times the amount and money talks. Now you got a gig. That's something that I do. I'm really, really, really working hard on actually saying no to things that I actually don't want to do, even if it gets paid $20,000, but that is a skill. Okay, number 7. Your health is your number one important thing. If you don't prioritize your health, if you don't have your health, you have nothing, right? Look at some of the most successful people in the world, but they were not healthy, so they died. Prioritize your health. Eat well. Work on your mental health. Go on walks. Exercise. Do what you can. Try your best and stay healthy. Number 8. You have to give up on jealousy. In fact, jealousy is a good thing. If you are jealous of somebody, that means you need to be friends with them. Why? Because you can learn from them. I used to always say, I want to be the worst singer in the room, because what is being the best going to do for me? Oh, everyone's going to think, who cares about being the best? I want to get better. And if every other singer is better than me, I'm going to be listening to them, and then I'm going to be better, and then I'm going to up my game. And the same thing, I genuinely believe in the proximity effect. You become who you hang out with. So hang out with people that you are jealous of. Notice that feeling and notice, okay, I want to be around this person because I want to learn from them. 9. Guys, as a music creator, you can work from anywhere in the world. You can make 6 figures as a music creator in the middle of nowhere, in Idaho, in a farm in Utah. You can be hundreds and thousands of miles away from people. You may not even see a single person for weeks. And on the internet, millions of people can be seeing you. So do not move to a city you cannot afford. You do not need to be in LA, New York, or Nashville, or even, let's say, LA and New York, right? Working your part-time job that is barely getting you to scrape by, and then you can't do the work that needs to be done because all you're doing is working to pay rent. You don't need to be in those cities. You can be on the internet, grow your social media, grow your fan base, build your products, and then once you're in the green and you have money and you have a career, then you can move to LA, then you can move to New York. I spent 10 years banging down doors in New York, and it was so hard because I was also bartending, and I was also selling gym memberships, and I was also selling eyeglasses, and then I was going to gigs on Saturdays, and then I was networking, and I was exhausted. But when COVID happened and I moved to Las Vegas, I didn't know a soul. I locked myself in a studio and I started learning how to produce and posting on TikTok. I built a brand. And now if I moved to New York and LA, 1, I would have money to get a decent place, and 2, I would be able to get into a lot of rooms because people know me now, people respect me now, and I've built up a brand and I have a fan base. So before you move to these cities, build yourself up on the internet, build your empire up on the internet, and do the work that needs to be done. I know a lot of haters like to say, she's not good enough, Sides is whack, Sides is just a creator. I don't care. And maybe they're true. Maybe that's true, right? I am not the best producer. I'm not the best singer. I'm not the best content creator. I'm not the best producer. The only thing that I've done that others haven't done is I did the work. I built up my fans. I built up my personal brand. I built up my client list. I built up my products. And now I have this business. I have this small little empire of mine. So do that first and then move to the cities. And that leads me to my last point. Number 10. Don't spend money on things until you can afford them. It is better for your products, your songs, your photos to look homemade than for you to go into debt. Debt is very hard to get out of. Instead of wasting money on photographers and graphic designers, learn the basics of how to do your photos yourself. Learn how to mix your songs. Learn how to master your songs. And as you start making money, then you can start hiring these people. One, you might surprise yourself and actually like doing this new skill, and you get really good at it, and then you can actually start selling your services for this skill on top of the other things you like to do. And two, if you decide to hire somebody better than you once you're in the green, you will know what to look for. You'll know how to hire somebody who is really good. Another reason why you don't want to just hire people out of the jump is you're still figuring out what your brand is, who you are, what's your voice, what's your sound, what's your look. So you end up spending so much money, wasting so much money on people to mix and master your song. You don't even like the way they mix. Then you have to find another person. Then you have to find another person. When you could just do it yourself and either be better than anyone else you could hire, or you'll know what to look for and you'll know how to speak to them. So there you have it. 10 things I wish I knew sooner. I hope at least one of these things have inspired you. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.